statesman whose mission is to make Kenya viable by uniting our country. The president continues to focus on the big picture, and we congratulate him for that. We believe that our president has been very tolerant indeed. The blackmail stock options expiry date was immediately after the 2017 elections. The battery died after the handshake because the numbers game and the blackmail of withdrawal of tribal numbers lost political potency at that time. This is the truth that all Kenyans should know. Not only can the DP no longer blackmail Kenyans, the people of Kenya will not accept to be blackmailed. In this latest saga on his security detail, would like to congratulate our deputy party leader, William Ruto, for his honesty to admit that he himself is a very rich hustler. Mgala muue, lakini haki yake mpe, as the Swahili people would say. It was an admirable display of optics and demeanor of humility before his real self and ego came back as he launched a scathing social media attack executed by his foul-mouthed political mouthpieces and bloggers, with most of the vitriol directed at the person and family of the founding father of our nation, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, who is not here to defend himself. As a party, we are sending the Deputy President William Ruto a public message that we will not countenance his venturing into crossing this line of referring to the family of the president, the late President Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. He must call his goons to order. We continue to resist a lot of provocation luring us to go into the slimy and smelly social pigsty that some of his people occupy. But we have the truth on our side, and Kenyans will be made to know the truth. By his own account, the Deputy President is on video record when he told Kenyans that he was worth 100 million Kenya shillings sometime in the year 2015. In the intervening 7 years, he has worked very hard in his businesses, and now, therefore, he has assets like choppers, hotels, and land worth billions of shillings. We would like to congratulate His Excellency Dr. William Ruto for being able to make such amazing strides in business, even as he was studying for his PhD, concurrently with running a multi-billion shilling empire and carrying the heavy burden of working as number 2 in command and being involved in presidential campaigns on his Sundays, still sparing time to do harambes from his hard-earned sweat money. From our records, he has been more generous than Safaricom and some other blue-chip companies. Maybe for such major feat, he expects us to lie prostrate in awe at the great deputy leader in admiration for such prowess, the chosen one. But as our leader, we would like to make the following requests that we consider to be legitimate, stemming from the proceedings in the last few days. 1, while the exact average of what he is said to own may still be debatable, he has accepted the ownership of at least 3,600 acres. Most of our hustler nation citizens, as he calls them, are only hoping or dreaming to own 0.2 acres. We do not expect him to give his personal land, but given his good heart and in the spirit of Chinese saying that say do not give fish but show somebody how to fish, he can greatly help here. May it please His Excellency, the Deputy President, Dr. William Ruto, EGH, UPL, DL, CH, to show these our young people all the skills on how to acquire such property in such a short time. He should teach us, the clueless adults in this country, how we can do the same. We may not possess the supernatural powers of hard work that he has, but at least he should teach us something else apart from the wheelbarrows. Show us another way to perform such miracles. Number two, would like to thank the Deputy President William Ruto and congratulate him for telling us about his chicken farm that makes for him some 1.5 million shillings every day. We thank him because his generosity that add up to millions at different churches and transport money paid to his many visitors at his current residence was not adding up actually. People of goodwill may even have thought of making a contribution. But with an income of 1.5 million shillings a day, our Deputy President is okay. The only thing left in his wonderful act of transparency is for him to show us the figures with respect to his very big payment to Kenya Revenue Authority. A great leader should lead from the front. We request that as a person who is also a good Bible-quoting born-again Christian, he will shame the devil and publicly give all Kenyans this information. Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto God what belongs to God. Mark 12:17. And then there's a small matter of Aror Kimwarer saga. The deputy party leader and the deputy president told Kenyans that only 7 billion shillings had disappeared. His own daughter was the deputy ambassador in Rome at that time. To our knowledge, this money has never been returned by the Italians. Since he has got some private business networks in Italy that he had gone to meet, would he be so kind to this nation of poor people, nation of hustlers according to him, as to use his vast business networks to recover this money? It is a lot of money, even though he referred to the figure as 7 billion only. Even with the DP's chicken farm income of 1.5 million net a day, it will take some 13 years before that chicken farm produces 7 billion shillings. But that may be beside the point. We request a truthful response of the Deputy President to these matters raised for the sake of Kenyans. The time is over for cheap media spinning, spin doctoring, as we witnessed recently when he said that he could accept for G4S security. Now that we know that G4S are his standard, it should be easy to calculate the price per askari who are posted to his private properties during the era of blackmail stock options and have it paid to the Kenyan taxpayers. Maybe he can also extend this little refund to Wanjiku and the hustlers. I think that's the end of the press release. I would like to ask my sister Fatuma Dulo to add to that, and then the leader of the party in Parliament, Honorable Kimunya, will be able to answer a few questions and make some remarks. Thank you very much.
I think mine will be very brief. It's on policy and legislations we set in this country. We have COVID situation in this country today, which the country has already set regulations and policies as far as public gathering is concerned. We have seen what happened in Githurai yesterday. Up here we are telling Kenyans you should not gather more than 50 persons. But what we have seen in Githurai yesterday is really unacceptable to Kenyans, whom we are calling hustlers. I therefore call upon the deputy president, and those who are campaigning save Kenyans' lives, because our lives are very important, our lives are very dear. Politics will be there today, tomorrow, but we must follow the regulations. I thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Maybe we can ask. Maybe I can ask you to ask any questions if there are any. That's the longest press release I've read in a long time, and we can respond to them from this table. Yes.
First one is some members of the Jubilee party who have been left behind. Members who said we used to stick to Jubilee, say that you're sabotaging the efforts to revive the party. It's the caregiver election issue. They decided that they are not going to post anyone there. But after some time, it's supposed that you decided to have someone. The SG decided to someone in caregiver, that is male. Also beyond that.
And the second question?
The second question is the issue of posting of police officers. Who is in charge? Is apparently people are complaining that that he has 237. But who authorized the posting of the police officers?
Fine. I think I can deal with the first one. The second is not within my docket, so you should ask the person whose docket that is. In terms of posting, or of having candidates in certain constituencies, including the one that you referred to, it's never the decision of the Secretary General, it's the decision of the party. The Secretary General's responsibility is to communicate that decision. It goes through processing. There may be certain different opinions. I may have my opinions, but the final time it is the decision of the party which prevails. Yes, any other?
My name is Kennedy Moregi from NTV. In your statements, you seem to be furthering the agenda that has been fathered by President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is the party leader of Jubilee. And you just fell short of asking him to resign. But now, as a party, as Jubilee party, he has already said that he's not going to resign as the deputy president, neither will he resign as the deputy party leader. And I know on Mondays, I don't know whether it is today, you meet as the NMC. Is there any decision that the party is going to take? Number two, Deputy President William Ruto yesterday said that you and Murathe have sold the party to ODM. This is with regards to getting into a relationship and into a coalition with ODM moving forward. Is it true you've been fingered seriously on that particular matter? Number three, are you proceeding with the deal with ODM? We know there have been some members within the party who have not been feeling very comfortable moving forward, selling ODM, the leader Raila Odinga, and they have been very categorical saying that it is unsellable in Mount Kenya.
Thank you. I think I'll ask the majority leader to deal with the matter of resignation. And on coalition issues, I'll ask our Secretary for Coalition Affairs to answer. And then when it comes to my actually being involved in a sale agreement, when it comes to the issue of whether I've received any money, I'll answer to that myself. Let's start with the
thank you very much for that great question. In terms of what kind of responsibility should people take when their services are not available to the nation or no longer required. And the expectation in a civilized world, people who believe in the rule of law is, first of all, start from the party position. The Political Parties Act is very clear. When you belong to one political party, you cannot promote the interests of another political party. You're actually deemed to have resigned from the first party. That's the law. Now, for a person at the level of deputy party leader, who is also the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, who took the Bible and swore to uphold the law and uphold the Constitution. It's very unfortunate that somebody will continue living a lie, promoting another party when living and deriving benefits from being a member of Jubilee. The decent thing would be, a person who believes in decency would have been to take the earliest opportunity and to say, now that I have moved to my party, UDA, I hereby tender my resignation as a member of Jubilee and as Deputy President. And we saw that happen with the first Vice President of this country, Jaramogi Odinga. And I did it myself as Amos Kemunya, as Minister of Finance, when some issues were raised in Parliament. So every decent person does that. But again, I think the most important thing is to underline, decent people do it. Okay? Those who don't have shade of decency can continue living a lie, using the official residence to do campaigns, using official government machinery, using government offices to carry out personal campaigns while talking badly against the same government that they are deriving benefits from. So I think it's perhaps too much to call for the Deputy President to take the decent routes. That's what the President was basically nudging him to do. And we have seen, he has said he will not do it. So we leave it to the Kenyans to determine the character of the person, right? If you can't follow the law, if you can't act like every other decent person is expected to do, and you continue telling Kenyans how you will be their savior, yeah, it tells you a lot about what people can do in future if they cannot follow the law in the positions they are in right now. Let me leave it at that.
No, probably, just as a follow-up, you said that there are structures, that if you advance the agenda of another political party,
Yeah.
there is something that is said in law. Is the Jubilee Party, now that you have your own structures, looking at following what the law says,
Yeah.
knowing that you have a few members, just saying that you're leaving it to Kenyans is a bit too general? Is the party not going to use its structures to probably punish the Deputy President now?
He has been requested by the party leader in public, right? He was requested that if you are dissatisfied, leave, okay? He retorted back, he will not, okay? So basically, what you are basically saying is, we want to get into the mud, yeah? Fighting in the legal battles. It's up to the conscience for any person with a conscience. A decent person with a conscience in a civilized world is supposed to actually do the decent thing. Now, if it doesn't do it, it basically shows what kind of character the person is. Okay? And it's a good thing that Kenyans can now be able to judge their leaders, both current and potential.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I see you have very interesting questions. You wanted to know whether ODM and Jubilee will carry on with the coalition talk that we have had. First, it's up to every political party or coalition or parties of the same interest to decide what to do, how to do, and the content. We as Jubilee and ODM have leadership. We have a structure. In Jubilee, the party leader is His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta. In ODM, we have the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. They have the draft document as to how, when, and how it will be executed. It's up to them to decide. That is not an issue that will be pushed by somebody who has already left our party. And therefore, I think what we are seeing right now is like, you want to have your cake and eat it. You have left this party technically. You are there on a legal technicality, and yet you want to micromanage what happens. Can you concentrate on your house? You have your house called UDA. Do your business as to how we should consummate our relationship with other parties, ODM, Jubilee, and other parties, is within the confines of the party leadership, and therefore we'll say that is completely off the imaginations of those who want to know what we are doing. So that is left as one of the key issues to be handled by our party leadership, and I hope it will not be the concerns of
our political competitors or political detractors. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes.
Your sale.
Yes.
On your sale.
Oh, the sale. The sale of the party.
And how much?
And how much? I think that with all due respect to Dr. William Ruto, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, EGH, UPL, DL, CH, I've never referred to him in negative terms. Never. I've never gone personal to him. But if he decides now that I have actually taken some property and sold, I would like to urge him publicly that he should not venture to go there. Indeed, if I'm to execute any sale and is a deputy party leader, I recognize the exceptional skills and expertise that he has in making deals, and Kenyans know about them. He's a great deal maker, and
Has told him not to resign, so we can no longer rely on his conscience.
yes, yeah, I think you know, and I'll give you an answer. I could be wearing a very nice suit, put a nice tie, living in a good house probably, drive a nice car, speak good English and Swahili, occupy a big position, but values is something else. In fact, I could have all these things and still be very primitive. So if you expect me to do certain things because of certain values, I would like to appeal to my brother here and a few others who are asking for the deputy president to resign, that please stop wasting your breath. He will not resign. He's not that type of person. We know him. Let us concentrate on 2022. Any other question? Yes, the last one, yes.
Question. What we want to know is why is it Jubilee addressing issues such as drought situation in the country or even uptake of vaccines, and it's more conversation around.
You want to answer? The vaccine, look, okay, on the minister concerned, and I think you should ask him what things are happening. I know from my position cabinet that a lot is being done. On vaccines, again, I know that there are certain things happening, but still I would request you to kindly ask the minister, the line minister. But we are happy with the actions that are going on. But I'd like to give my brother here, the majority whip in Parliament, to make a statement, and then you can proceed. Yes.
Thank you very much. Mine is just an observation that I've been following up, that as we gear towards general election, most of the people have been exchanging and using some unpalatable words and descriptions to others. And I want to be very particular. The Deputy President has been very good at giving other people names. Mganga, he refers to Baba. Unfortunately, one of our Luya sons, Moses, was in social troubles. Vile anapigwa na bibi. Another one, he says Cerelac. Another one, he says watermelon. I want to say such words should end. Similarly, to those people who refer to him, like yesterday we could hear them saying Mwizi. How will he feel when, as we stand in the podium, and now nickname our whole Deputy President Mwizi? I want to say to Kenyans, let us call Emmanuel, but not say other names that don't make sense to make Kenyans feel against each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, finally. I think you guys, your time must have run out, so you want to... You have all the time? Okay, yes, madam. Is it final? You have agreed with everybody here?
No, sorry.
Okay, yes. Citizen. I never said that.
They have said it in other public areas.
Who said what?
They've called Deputy President William Ruto police for conduct. How can Kenyans...
They called him a conman.
Yeah. My question
No,
to
I
you-
didn't hear that.
my question
No,
to
no,
you-
not me.
my question
No, he's a deputy president.
My question
Yeah.
is,
Yeah?
Kenyans wait, is Jubilee government so weak that we have to wait for DP William Ruto to follow up on...
No. We can't wait, but he's well connected there. So anything that he can help to move forward will be useful. Don't you think so?
And he's the one who said nobody has been lost.
Yes.
Kwa heshima, chama cha Jubilee kina mikakati ya kupatia adhabu wale maafisa wake ambao wanakosea. Tumeona hivyo, mmefanya hivyo.
What Nurimi has asked is a repetition.
Is that repetition by
Yes, sir.
Kiswahili?
Sema. Basi
So kwa hivyo inamaanisha chama cha Jubilee kimeshindwa kumtema naibu wa rais, ambapo mmesema ameenda kinyume na matakwa ama ile ratiba ya chama.
who wants to answer that? Is it me? Yeah, basi nitasema hivi. Umejua tuna kazi nyingi sana za kufanya, na wakati mwingine unaona kwamba vile ungetarajia mtu ambaye ni mtu mzima afanye na anashindwa kufanya, basi ni sasa ni shauri yetu basi tuamue tutaenda mbele tupigane ama tuachana naye, kwa vile tuko na miezi kama 11 tu tufike uchaguzi. Wakenya watakuwa na nafasi yao ya kusema ni kiongozi gani ambaye wangependa atawale nchi yetu. Kwa hivyo badala ya kuchukua wakati mwingi sana tukipigana na naibu wa rais, wacha Wakenya waamue. Ni miezi 11 tu.
So you've given up?
Ndio, sio give up. No. Look, no, vile nasema ni kweli. You know, you have to choose your wars, eh? You have to choose what is important, eh? Umejua kama umebeba mtoto baby, yeah? Mtoto mchanga kwa mkono yako, na kuna jamaa anakutupia mawe, basi uko na nafasi kuchagua uweke huyu mtoto chini, wewe pia urushe mawe, ama ukimbie, hata kama atasema alikuwa anakurushia mawe lakini wewe ni mwoga umekimbia. Kwa hivyo kuna hekima ambayo tumechagua kama viongozi kwamba hakuna haja kuacha mtoto yule ambaye tunambeba hata tukitupiwa mawe. Wacha tuchunge huyo mtoto yetu Kenya. Hata wakati mmekuja hapo mmeona traffic jam kule hiyo Uhuru Highway, kuna super highway ambayo inaendelea. Sasa tutawacha hiyo tuchukue mawe tuanze kupigana na mtu ambaye masiku zake ni kama mwezi 11 tu yamebaki, na Wakenya wataamua. Asante sana. Yeah? Asante. Thank you.
Yeah.
Kama they called him a conman. No, I didn't hear that. No, not me. No, he's a deputy president. Yeah. Yeah? No. We can't wait, but he's well connected there. So anything that he can help to move forward will be useful. Don't you think so?
And he's the one who said nobody has been lost.
Yes.
Kwa heshima, chama cha Jubilee kina mikakati ya kupatia adhabu wale maafisa wake ambao wanakosea. Tumeona hivyo, mmefanya hivyo.
What Nurimi has asked is a repetition.
Is that repetition by
Yes, sema.
Kiswahili?
Sema. Basi
So kwa hivyo inamaanisha chama cha Jubilee kimeshindwa kumtema naibu wa rais, ambapo mmesema ameenda kinyume na matakwa ama ile ratiba ya chama.
who wants to answer that? Is it me? Yeah, basi nitasema hivi. Umejua tuna kazi nyingi sana za kufanya, na wakati mwingine unaona kwamba vile ungetarajia mtu ambaye ni mtu mzima afanye na anashindwa kufanya, basi ni sasa ni shauri yetu basi tuamue tutaenda mbele tupigane ama tuachana naye, kwa vile tuko na miezi kama 11 tu tufike uchaguzi. Wakenya watakuwa na nafasi yao ya kusema ni kiongozi gani ambaye wangependa atawale nchi yetu. Kwa hivyo badala ya tumechukua wakati mwingi sana tukipigana na naibu wa rais. Wacha Wakenya waamue. Ni miezi 11 tu.
So you've given up?
Ndio, sio give up. No. Look, it's, yeah. No, vile nasema ni kweli. You know, you have to choose your wars, eh? You have to choose what is important, eh? Umejua kama umebeba mtoto baby, yeah? Mtoto mchanga kwa mkono yako, na kuna jamaa anakutupia mawe.